Good morning everyone. I'll start my session with a question. This is a white paper and this is something else. How many of you will prefer to pick this up over this paper? Majority, right? Because this is something called as vitamin M. We all love vitamin M and it's very much required to live on this earth. So today my topic is about financial independence and for women and why we should focus on financial planning. So I am Dr. Ujwala Bairagi. By qualification I am a computer engineer who realized after the education of engineering that I have done my engineering because of the societal pressure and my parents' pressure. Later I realized I am not good at writing the codes, so I shifted from programming to the money management, which was my area of interest. Let me keep my money safe first. I did my MBA, I did my PhD into behavioral finance. While doing my PhD, that is a research work, I interacted with a lot of people, a lot of women, and where I realized they are majorly focused on earning good amount of money. Majority of us are focusing on earning good amount of money, increasing our pay packages, right, and getting higher promotions. So the other part of the game is been ignored by majority of the women. That is, how long we are going to work, that we have to decide. Just increasing the pay package will not give you the financial freedom and the financial independence. It will help you to earn more and achieve something, but at the same time if you focus on managing that money, that will give you an edge over others. So I realized this very at early age that I am majorly meant for managing money and making people aware about how they can achieve the financial freedom. I started my business into investments and my business into training, where I realized how I have achieved that financial independence. I can pass it on that knowledge to the women and make them understand how they can manage their money. So in our society, we have always seen women are always on the back seat when it comes to managing money. They have been always involved in the decisions of spending. No, they are always involved in, they are indirectly contributing in the GDP and they are indirectly contributing into the majority of the balance sheets of the big companies. If you look at the behavioral aspect of the women, they are planning for the groceries every month, very simple, right? They are indirectly driving the sales numbers of the big FMCG companies. When I talk about jewelry, there are companies that are listed on the stock exchange, so indirectly these females are driving the sales of these big companies. When I talk about apparel industry or textile industry or maybe the sector where women are involved actively, these women are indirectly contributing to the growth of the companies where they are not participating actively in the growth of those companies and making their money grow through that particular business. So this particular financial management where women are not actively involved in the investment pattern than the spending, they are just involved in the spending, I realized how can I make these women understand and in a very simple language about how they can grow their money. So I have designed certain areas. While discussing with a lot of female, I realized literacy and financial literacy are two different aspects. Alright. So literacy is majority of us focus on earning big amount of money, but financial literacy comes with conscious decision making about where to invest your money, and that conscious decision making is been not taken care by the individual woman who is earning that money. It has been taken care by any of the male member from the family. Probably it is husband or maybe father or brother or maybe a male colleague in the office who helps the woman to increase, invest their money and create wealth for them. So they trust their male counterpart for investment of the money. So this aspect, these are absolutely two different aspects. So people who have owned lottery, you might have seen they are failed to manage their money, and after a certain period of time they are still lacking money again in their life. So this is something in the career of the ladies, in the career of the women, we have seen there are breaks and barriers. So there are the lifespan of women are very high than the men, but then earning span is very less when it compared to the men. All right. So I'll tell you a story why one should focus on not just earning money but investing that money in a right way. So life is very unpredictable. We always think somebody will take care of the money. So here there was a couple, I read this story on social media. There was a couple where the husband was working in the technology company and wife was a finance professional. Unfortunately, the husband met with an accident while coming back from the office and his laptop got crashed. All the data related to the investment, which probably both of them were involved in the decision, and they have created some Google Drive, the Excel file which they created for the investment was stored in the laptop. Fortunately, it was shared with the lady, right? But then the loss, what she has gone through, she was very much devastated out of that loss. When she started coming back, and because life goes on and we have to come back again and find out how things will work for us. So she started searching for all her investment. She could not find the data at one place. So then she realized, okay, that data is available in Excel file, and that Excel file was having a very complex password which her technology oriented husband has locked that file with a complex password. So it was very difficult for her to again go back and find out where all these investments are. So this is the case of the family where the woman is educated. Imagine a family where the woman is not educated, right? So the outcome of such kind of scenarios, we have seen so many such stories. The outcome of such scenarios is you will find majority of these money which is remain unclaimed with these companies called as maybe the banking industry, maybe the insurance sector, or probably the provident fund also. So this is the data which I have taken from the Mint, where 20,000 to 22,000 crore rupees has been not claimed by anybody in India, because the families were not at all aware. Families were not involved in the actual decision making, or the records were not maintained properly. Similarly, the bank deposit data 35,000 crore is not been claimed because the data is not been maintained at one point of time, and the lady in the family or maybe the family members are not actively involved in the decision making. Alright. So this is the scenario where educated families are not aware. So uneducated family, they are illiterate, okay, and not knowing how to manage the finances. They will not understand how to claim those investments again back, right? Why? No, I tried understanding in my research why these problems are there. Why women are so ignorant about money when they are so much actively involved in earning money. They want that gender equality. Why they are failing apart when it comes to managing their money. So they find it difficult. They think it's a mathematical thing, they don't understand mathematics. So very few female understand the mathematics game of the money. Let me tell you this very simple. It is not that complicated when it comes to money management. There is a fear in the family, in the mind of the woman, that she may lose big amount of money because she is not aware about it. Alright. There are various products which are available for investments which the family, maybe the woman is not aware. And another one is having lack of interest. Probably they expect their male counterpart to take care of it. So the lack of interest comes because the family member is not pushing them to go and try something new. That is again one of the areas where male counterpart will have to play a very crucial role in the money management for women. They feel it's very personal. When we talk about money, a lot of female feel it's a very personal thing and they should not disclose it to anyone. Alright, but they need to understand hard-earned money. If they don't understand how to manage that hard-earned money, the way I have kept my money very safe here, even if you keep that money safe in the bank the money will not grow, and you will have to continue to work rather than your money working for you. So, I have designed few focus areas, very simple, these are already available everywhere, you can just go and check, but where to start, that is the biggest problem for majority of the women. So, these are the focus areas where any female can understand how we can grow the money. So, first and foremost part is, women are always involved in budgeting part in the taking care of the home, right. So, rather than seeing money as a masculine, don't align your brain as money as a masculine area for managing it, always think it's for you and yourself, okay, how you can be independent. If you do not control your money, you cannot control your lives. Let me tell you that, we have seen so many stories, across. So, this is the first rule, 50, 30 and 20, where this is the budgeting pattern, 20% you should save and pay for your debt, 50% probably you can your regular expenses, and 30% probably your flexible spending wants, where you can do that. So, people fail to do all these things. 50, 30, 20 is a very, very simple rule which should be followed in our life. Okay, this is not rocket science. If you earn 100 rupees, 50 should go to your fixed expenses, which are your regular expenses. Alright, 20 definitely for your savings, your retirement. You started from the beginning of your first salary. So, earlier the better, that is the game. Now, I will come to that point. So, rule of 72, this is again, we all should be knowing rule of 72, whether you are a male gender or a female gender, it does not matter, we need to understand the rule of 72. 72 divided by the interest rate. Let us assume today 6% is the interest rates. So, 72 divided by 6, 12 years I will require to double my money, that is rule of 72, and it is very easily available. If that rule, the interest rates are not high, that means my money will double in more number of years. So, is there anything available in the market where I can invest and make my money work for myself? So, I have to find out other areas where my money can grow. When I am talking about money can grow, I need to understand not just interest rate, but I need to understand there is something which is always destroying my money back, that is the inflation factor. Okay. So, every one of us needs to understand inflation. So, rupee value of 500 today may not be the same next year, maybe after down the line after 10 years, right. That is how the inflation works. So, when you start investing, we need to first understand, am I able to beat the inflation or not. So, that is very simple formula, understand rule of 72, right, and the inflation rate. If they are at the same level, then fixed deposit will not be a solution for your investments. They will, the money which you are investing will not be able to beat the inflation, right. Then a magic, the eighth wonder of the world is power of compounding. When FDs are not giving us good return, right, we need to understand inflation, and at the same time we need to focus on power of compounding. That is the eighth wonder of the world, right. So, reaching to the first 1 crore, probably you will require more time. 15,000, 15 years, assume the economy grows with 15% of interest very, very, very aggressively, then probably in 15 years time you will be able to achieve 1 crore rupees. Reaching to that 1 crore, probably the first 15 years you will require, but next 1 crore will be very easy, because that is how the compounding works. Okay. 1 crore to 2 crore the journey will be faster, 2 crore to 4 crore the journey will be faster. So, you need to understand how you can deploy your money into different kind of asset classes, different kind of investment products. So, all these information is very easily available on internet. These things every woman must understand. One is inflation, as I told you, another one is budgeting rule of 72, right. Beyond these, woman must understand the time value depreciation, that is your inflation will cut down the value of your money. Then importance of the nominee and the legal heir. This is again a very complex area. Lot of families are not aware who is the nominee of that particular investment. Lot of families are not aware about how the documentation works in the personal finance. Lot of families are not aware about how the will has been prepared, right. And the woman in the family is not, if not actively involved, then how is going to be helpful for the family. If the breadwinner has some health issues, you should have health insurances, right. If the breadwinner has some problem, he meets with an accident, then you should understand what is the importance of the will and the nomination. Okay, and you should prepare one Excel file where all the documentation, all the details should be there, not just Excel file but a printed copy of your investment, and keep that handy. Anybody should be able to access it. So women must participate in all these kind of decisions and learn through different courses. It's very simple. Thank you so much. This is from my end. This is Ujwala Bairagi signing off.